So I did my thing for her. She joining with me. Now we getting groovy. Hotter than jacuzzi. So shorty, won't you slow it down? See them other fellas, like hating. They try to do it like me. It ain't the same. Front to back, shorty, side to side. And lean with it with a soldier now. Cause it's all fly girl. You should come to my crib. Yeah. But I keep off that boy. No, I'm tripping with you. You should be my girl. You should be my girl.
Hey, 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 it's your girl Nay coming to you with another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? What's good? What it do? It's your girl Nay. Happy Thursday. Sitting here with my boy Calvin White. About to have some good dialogue with him today. You know what? People be sleep on Sammy, but every time they come on my show and I play the little intro song,
it's a vibe.
They be vibing.
It's a vibe.
They be.
I don't know if it's because like that's the only song we gonna vibe to, but it kind of made like it's kind of like nostalgia. Like, I remember Sammy. You know what I'm saying? It's a little vibe.
Okay. So I just wanted to share that because everybody does it.
Right.
I
got caught up. They got me. Shout out to Sammy.
Shout out to Sambo.
Oh, that's his name?
No, his name is Sammy.
Okay, because they get grown and be loved.
In my mind, we like best friends, so I got like little best friend names for him.
Oh, okay.
Sambo the Kid.
Sambo the Kid. So Sambo was short. Sambo the Kid.
Sambo the Kid. All right, so boom. Again, it's Thursday. The last Thursday of the month. Y'all know I've been keeping with the theme this month of health and wellness.
Come on.
The first week I had my boy come in to speak to veganism. We talked about eating clean, things like that. Second week I had my girl Bella B Company come through, talk about women and our vaginal health and keeping clean and what the men can do to help with that as well. And today we're going to end it off with that all around physical health and wellness and all that is, Before we get started, though, true as told by Nay fashion, I'm going to go ahead and let my boy give us a toast for the evening. Now, because we're talking about good, clean health today, we are toasting water. We're going to take a shot of some water.
H2O. Big shot.
Quality H2O.
Big shot. Yeah, we ain't going to dumb it down just because of water. No, we're going to be excited because we taking shots of water.
I had planned to just kind of like do a little salute or something. He was like,
"Nah, we gonna take a shot." Yeah, I can tell. We'll put water.
I got you. So here we are with our water. What are we toasted to this evening?
All right, we are going to toast to health and prosperity in every facet of our lives, financial, family, spiritual, however you want to rock it. 2021, we getting it done. Bars. And we're going to toast to that. Here.
I love water, though.
Room temp.
That was great.
Listen.
That was great. So, do you not drink just because you just hella healthy? Or
see, that's a common misconception, too. People be thinking like, why you don't drink? Da, da, da. The reason I don't drink, I just don't want to. And I know people be looking for something deep. Like, here's another little fun fact, right? Little FF. I've never even tasted alcohol.
Like,
not even a sip. So it's not even like, I was drinking. I don't drink as much or socially or no. I've just literally never tasted it.
Just never happened.
So, yeah. And you know what? People always be like, well, I always ask people, why do you drink? When they say why I don't drink, I'm like, well, why do you drink? And most common answers I get, it helps to take the edge off. I want to have a good time. It makes you turn up, and all these cool stuff. And I'd be like, well, that's great, but I don't need alcohol to do those things. I'm just like naturally full of energy, you know, I guess life of the party type stuff. So
That's real.
I'd be like, I'm cool.
That's real.
So,
That's
and I don't
real.
want to, you know, it has like an addictive type, you know,
right.
aspect. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm gonna be, you know, I don't want to mess up my liver, and you know, just don't do that.
Right.
You know, a little water.
So as all my following know, I am actually a substance abuse therapist.
Oh.
So it's really funny how I coach my clients to not feel bad about telling people that they no longer drink, because they always get that question.
Yeah.
And then I find myself doing it all the time. You don't drink.
It's a thing. Like
Right.
I've been doing every time we have a conversation with anybody about drinking, that's always like, why?
Right.
And it's like not even like, oh, that's cool. It's like, why? Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, dang, bro, like, ain't crack. I just said I don't drink. I thought it was okay. Calm down.
It is okay. Anybody that's watching, don't feel pressure to drink. You don't need alcohol to be great.
I'm naturally on
Just
10.
be great.
That's what my father say. Natural.
All right. So I normally have a little segment that I like to call "Excuse Me, Come Again," right? But for you, I posed it to my listeners as "Let's ask a personal trainer." So they have questions specifically for a personal trainer. And that is 4 questions. You didn't get to prepare for this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask you on the spot. So, and this comes from people that watch my show.
All right.
So, question number 1.
Let's get it.
Why all the yelling? Is there a
Wait.
science to that? Does it help people to stay motivated? Why y'all?
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like me and my clients know. I know y'all watching. I'm yelling because you're not listening. Like if we're in person and I'm telling you, you know, to perform an exercise a certain way, you know, and I don't want to say what happened because I don't want to put my client out because she might be watching. But if I show you demonstrated a certain way and you do like the complete opposite, you know, I'm gonna get a little irritated, you know, especially depending on what time of a day it is. You know, I start training 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, bro. So we got to get it together, you know. So, you know, the yelling is, it could be a combination of because you're not listening, or you know, you're trying to stop or call it quits, or it's too heavy, and you know, the complaining. You know, think about it. Like if you telling one person after another, like it's only so by that third person. Well, me it's the first, but by that third or fourth person, it ain't gonna come out too nice. It's gonna be like, come on, like, you know, cut it out. Let's make it happen. But probably enough.
So a little bit of that is motivation, a little bit of that is frustration.
Yeah, but guess what? It's tough love. I just want you to be great. You know, even if I gotta push you.
Don't yell at me. I don't like it.
Well, you get a few exclamation marks sometimes, but you know, you be listening. You know, you be listening.
I was on a mission.
Yeah, and that's what we love. You know, just look, we here to hold you accountable. You know, we gonna hold you to whatever you said you were gonna do in the beginning. Because oftentimes, you know, time goes by and then they want to fall off. I'm tired. No. You gotta have the same. I'm always have that same energy you had in the beginning, day one. So we just gotta hold your feet to the fire and make sure you be great. Okay. Well, my wife said I'm mean. I'm not mean.
Oh, you mean?
I push.
That's what it is.
I push. Okay. That's why she don't train with me.
All right. So great answer. Question number 2. So there's like this little meme in this poll that be going around on social media that puts personal trainers in the top 5 of hold'em. Like personal trainers be big hoes. So a guy actually questioned this and said, "Is this true? Is this a good way to meet women? And would you agree?" Because I know you have a lot of personal trainer friends as well that are men.
Absolutely.
Do guys really use this as an opportunity to hit on women? Is there any truth to that?
Now, here's the thing. I mean, short answer, I mean, yes, but the truth of the matter is it doesn't matter what you do, right? Like I can be a server. I can do anything, you know, I can be an usher in the church. Like if a guy wants to, you know, step down on a female, I mean, that's going to happen. You know, it doesn't matter his occupation. I guess just because, you know, you look in the fitness industry, you know, you're in the gym, stuff like that. So I guess it's a easier way to, I guess, finesse your way into the situation. So it's all, yeah, I guess, because most trainers, not all, they look the part, they in shape, you know, so you do get, you know, some people that you can kind of tell they just in it for you just want to see me 3 times a week. You ain't, you know what I mean? You have no interest in really getting in shape.
Right.
And you know, some trainers take advantage of that. You know, I'm happily married, got my 3 children, you know, so I'm out the game. But yeah, like I said, man, a lot of they're gonna do it across the board. But yes, you know, I do know some personal trainers that, you know, they do that. But you don't want to make that a habit, because here's why. People talk. And you don't want to get that. You don't want to be known as that guy. Right. You know, you're that trainer guy that sleeps with all his clients, because nobody's going to take you seriously.
Right.
You know, and believe it or not, you know, your name, it can be, you know, in good standing or not. You know, I've had a lot of clients from, you know, strippers to porn stars, you know, and they're comfortable training with me because they say, yo, you know, I ain't got to worry about you doing this and doing that. I hear so many stories. My last trainer did blah, 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 blah. I'll be like, all right, word, cool, 10 push-ups. You know, like, I'm focused. You know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do, you know, so yeah, cool question.
Very good, very good. All right. And we talked a little bit about this prior to going live, but one of the questions was, what's the craziest goal someone has asked you to help reach?
The craziest goal. Now, that's like a two-way thing. Like, I've heard, because to me, crazy could be your time frame. Like, somebody can be like, yo, I want to hit such and such goal, and I'll be like, all right, bet. And it'd be very specific. You know, I want a small stomach, I want a bigger butt, I want smaller arms, I want less back fat, and they'd be very elaborate. And I'm like, bet, you know, so, and then they'll finish it off by saying, I need it done by my birthday. Cool, when's your birthday? Exact next week. Or, you know, next month. And I'm like, hey, bro, like, what we doing? You know, don't come to me. Like, why you just coming to me? That's my next question. Like, you waited 30 days out? Like, what, you just want to drink water and do push-ups for the next 30 days? Like, don't eat nothing, you know, because you'll see progress in them 30 days, but I'm not going to lie to you and say we're going to hit the goal, because we're not, you know. So that's one end, like a date is something crazy. But I've heard, like, I want to work on, and I know people have good intentions. Like, I've just heard, like, you know, my face, you know, I want to, people literally tell, I want a smaller face. And, yeah. And I'll be like, all right, cool. Like, there's not a face workout, you know, guys, nobody's doing this and doing, like, there's no face workouts. So your body will naturally, you know, get smaller as we, you know, build lean muscle that increase your metabolic rate, it'll decrease your body fat. You'll lose inches kind of everywhere. So it's like, I get it. You want to see that for, you know, improvement, but you're not going to see face workouts in the regimen. Yeah. You need to stop stuffing your face. Come on. But yeah.
No, that ain't going to do nothing.
Nah. Yeah. Yeah. Stop stuffing your face.
Hilarious face
workouts.
I can feel them though, because when I be starting to lose weight, that's where I see it.
And see,
it's in my face.
But it's cool. But you never said, "Hey, I got face goals." You know,
face goals.
I need my face to be.
Get these face goals.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of weird. All right. But I'm here for it all.
And last question: what has been your biggest physical and health related accomplishment for yourself?
For myself, well, I've always been lean. And what people don't realize, I was just saying this before we started, it's harder to actually gain weight and keep it than the reverse, then you don't actually lose weight. Because typically if somebody, especially if they're older, if they have, you know, a high metabolism, then they burn quickly. And it's easier to burn muscle than body fat, right? So that was my issue, years ago. Back when I first started training, I was 185 pounds. Now you got to put it in perspective. I'm 6'1", so was looking real kind of like skinny, real skinny. And I just wasn't happy with the way I was looking. So, after, I got with some, people that knew what they were doing, some trainers, and I started putting myself through, regimen, eating, training, specific, muscle building, stuff like that. Fast forward, I'm 210 pounds. So I was able to put on a good 15, 20 pounds of good lean muscle. So now I've been in the maintenance stage for a number of years. So now I just kind of maintain where I'm at. I feel like the shirt a little different. The arm, you know what I'm saying? I had like the baggy arms. It was bad. It wasn't as tight. It was a little more, it wasn't.
Okay.
So, once I reached that goal, I was like, okay, cool. I just kind of flipped the switch onto the maintenance side. So when I work out, I ain't trying to build crazy. I'm not that guy in the gym. Yeah, fill me up on the plates. Listen. Nah, bro. We gonna just rep out. Let's get a good sweat.
Okay.
Build this endurance, some functional movements, and we good to go.
Facts. All right. Very good. Very good. So those were the questions for a personal trainer. Thanks for participating.
No, those are good questions too, y'all. Yeah, Shout out to y'all.
Kind of hand clap. A little bit. So yes, if you haven't realized, now you do. We are discussing today exercise, health, physical fitness, and all that comes along with that. And that was the perfect lead in. Because first off, right out the bat, I kind of want to know then, why personal training for you? So you talked a little bit about, where the motivation came from to get fit and stuff, but why even take it that next step to say, I'm gonna help other people get fit?
I think it's more so, and that's a great question. I think, I know how it makes me feel. People oftentimes talk about, man, you always turned up. You got so much energy, you this and you that. I mean, well, a lot of that has to do with how you feel, right? I know it's cliche, but it literally starts inside out, right? If you feel good, right? If your energy levels are high, it's definitely it's infectious. That energy is infectious, and it'll literally transcend in every facet of your life and work, your relationships, with various people and stuff like that. So once I started to experience that, I'm just naturally, I love helping people, right? So I was like, what a better way to, give back or to help others than, give them that gift of health. Most people aren't failing for a lack of motivation per se, because I feel like everybody wants to look better. They want to feel better. They want to get in shape, right? It's really a lack of knowledge. They just don't know. I want to look like this, right? You can post the thing on IG, say body goals, but you don't really know how to get there, right? So if I could step in and show you that roadmap and we get there in the safest, fastest, most enjoyable way possible, cool. And I make a little money too.
Right.
So,
right.
It's all a part of the plan. So like I said, I mean, that's a motivation for me. I love to see others hit their goals, because I know how it was, for me when I was first starting out. And I know how you feel like every 30 days, you see that waist getting smaller, you see that thing getting fatter, and that's for my females. Or the guys, you see your arms getting bigger, your chest starting to fill out. Like I get these texts and like, yo, like people telling me they seeing a difference. And, a lot of times, especially like if I see you all the time, people ask, do you see the difference? And I'm like, listen, we just gonna wait for evaluation day, because sometimes you can see somebody a lot and you can't really see them. But what I see it when they tell me their friends and family, they're seeing a difference. I'm like, bet. And then when we do the evaluations, and I can tell you like, yo, we've lost this many inches, you've lost this much body fat has went down, your muscle is going up. Whoa, you're getting strong in your upper body, lower body core. So it's a lot of things that we have in place to make sure that people are, reaching those goals, just one foot in front of the other.
Okay. So you genuinely like to help people and see them
absolutely
happy and reaching their goals and stuff.
Yep.
Which is a very big part of physical health. I can say, and I'm going to talk a lot about today my personal experience, because all of you guys know that are tuning in. I've been on this health journey since, I started to talk about it and my birthday in August. And I was very discouraged, and I kind of would do it for a week or two, stop. I wasn't consistent at all. And I can say once we got past October, I was like, all right, something got to give. Let's get it.
I slid in the DMs.
So I was like, I got to find my motivation.
Help
I got to
is
get
on
it
the
together.
way.
So I can definitely speak to the idea where it even came from was my therapist. I was in a very bad space, and she said, well, what do you think will help you to feel better? When you think about when you were your best version of yourself, what was going on then? And the first thing that I could think about was I was way more healthy. I was way more active.
Yeah.
I felt good. I looked good. My confidence was different. So, okay, you got to get back in the gym, Nate. That's what she's saying.
That's it. Bottom line.
Figure this out. And it's definitely going to help with the way that you feel, the way that you think, and all of the above. It really is all encompassing. I'm gonna pose this question to you then. What is the biggest reason or excuse that you get from people when they're like, I don't want to work out, or I can't work out, or why they're not being more active?
Number one reason, and again, this is just so clear, it's time.
Okay.
People, time, I ain't got time. We blame everything on time. If time was a person, time would be locked up, thrown in jail somewhere, because all these time, blame it on time.
Right.
Listen, we have time. It's 167 hours in a week. Okay. Working out is only 4% of your day. It's an hour. Set it aside. That's it. You have to make the commitment. Mm-hmm. That's it. You just have to make the commitment to be the best version of yourself, and that's not going to happen until you do it. At the end of the day, so I mean, and life is life. Life happens to everybody. Nobody's immune to the trials and tribulations of life, right? But it's all about what you do with what happens to you, right? Because like we said, what happens to everybody. Mm-hmm. So you have to decide what you're going to do with what happens to you, right? Either you're going to fold like a lawn chair, or you're going to rise to the occasion, because what we do know is what's not going to be sitting there waiting for you is your health. Right. The older we get, it's an uphill battle for everybody. Right. Your health deteriorates as you get older. Your metabolism starts to slow down. You start to lose muscle. So if you're not doing anything or staying stagnant, you're going to regress, and you'll be more susceptible to injury. Other, depending on how your eating is, your eating habit is, other dietary problems you can tend to have that can lead to, like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, the list goes on. And those things are prevalent in the African-American community because we like to eat, like my mama say, you got sugar diabetes. So, you definitely want to make sure that you're putting yourself in position to be on this earth as long as humanly possible. And that starts with your health. That's the most important thing. Nothing else is more important than that. Not, your job, your this, nothing's more important than your health, because if your health is not in order, all of that is going to go to the wayside, right? You go to the doctor say you got this, that, and the third. You got to spend money, do this medication, blah, 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 blah. Everything gets put on hold because now you have to take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. So moral of the story, you want to be proactive, not reactive. Right. So let's throw that time excuse out the window. Amen.
And if I could just be very honest about it, that's really what kickstarted all of this change of mindset for me. Was I had a very scary health situation come up back in May. Oh, wow. And it started this spiral downward. It scared me so bad that it actually pushed me into like this regressive state where I was kind of depressed.
Oh, wow.
It was, I could have lost my life, and I didn't know what to do with that or where to go with it. So big shout out to my therapist for pushing me to take back that control. Yep. And then, I had my final checkup for everything that was going on back then on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And let's just say, thank God, because of the changed eating habits and because of the more active lifestyle, I'm great.
We're going to clap that up. We just not going, we got to clap that up.
Nothing's going on with me anymore, and I thank God for that. Definitely appreciate your help for that. And with that, I kind of want to ask you, with people who kind of get to that place where maybe time is an issue, or maybe they're not feeling motivated, or maybe there's, other things going on with them. How do you motivate people to get moving? Like, what's your strategy there?
I always you got to tap into the why. Like, what do you have coming up? Do you have an event or vacation or like what's special? Why now?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because nobody just woke up and said, you know what, I'm going to the gym. Like you just said, it sounded cool, but because you've already had that experience, I stop, yeah, whatever. But it took you going to that doctor and they said, yo, we got bop.
Hello.
You know what? Let me get right. So everybody has that why. So, and now once you've gotten started, you see the benefits and how you progress and how it makes you feel better all around. So everybody is different, so you just basically have to ask, what brought you here? And I get a wide range of answers, whether it be, health reasons or I get people, I don't have an appetite, or, I have family, issues and things, health wise that are prevalent in my family, or I don't want to fall into that loop. So I'm going to do something about it now, before it gets to that point. And, some people are like, listen, I got a wedding coming up, or I want to be able to fit in my dress, or, just different things like that. So you want to tap into whatever those reasons of why they're doing it, because it's going to be tough. Right. It is a journey. And, we got to remind them, when it gets tough, you want to quit. All right, well, you talked about that dress you want to get into, or you trying to get ready for this cruise, or, things like that. So once we find out what the why is, you just want to make sure we're held accountable to that.
I think that's a very good tactic, because that accountability goes a long way. Again, I'm a therapist and I work with my substance abuse clients, and when they are struggling with staying sober, just me checking up on them, or them knowing that they have to report back to me about what's going on, kind of helps them to stay on the straight and narrow. And I always would think to myself, like, I'm just a person.
Yeah.
Like, why does that matter? Until I started working with you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is something psychological that happens.
You're going to get that text. If you ain't, you're going to get that text.
I don't want to tell this man
that
I'm not going to the gym.
Because I'm going to know. 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
The text is coming. The text is coming. What happened?
That's funny. Because, and it does happen where you just, some days it's like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And that's a really good tapping into why you even started in the first place, remembering what that main goal is. Somebody said value your health. For sure. Live with a purpose.
Absolutely.
Live. For me, that's what it was.
I like breathing, bro.
I just want to live. So, that is why we titled today Health is Wealth. It really
that
is.
Reminds me of a saying. They say discipline is doing what you said you were going to do long after the mood in which you set it in leaves. That's true discipline. That's accountability. You feel good now. Oh, I want to. Okay, cool. So let's put some time on it.
Yeah.
A month, 2 months later, that's when it really taps in. Sticking to it long after the mood in which you first set it in has left.
Because those first 2 weeks, I
was
out the gate running.
Be logging the food. I did it, coach. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, I see you after the 30. That dirty 30. And here we go. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I don't really feel like, I don't care. Get up.
I'm telling you, after that first 30 days, I felt great. And then I was starting to see,
right.
All right, I'm done.
And see, that's the thing. People be thinking like, when people see progress, like that's going to keep them motivated. No, some people take their foot off the gas. They be like, yo, that was the 30-day joint. Cool. I'm going to coast a little bit. No. Ain't no coast. Right. Because the truth of the matter is, typically, and everybody is different, but a lot of times people see quick progress, but I equate it to this. Listen, we just went from doing nothing to something.
Right.
So it's like your body is going to see a change no matter what we're doing, right? Mm-hmm. You've increased your level of activity. You're exercising, you're lifting weights, you're doing cardio because you're going to do your cardio. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing all the don't do that. So you're doing all these things that you weren't doing before, and you're doing them for at least 3 days a week, right? You're changing your eating habits. So of course you're going to see changes, but you have to continue down that road if you want to see consistent progress so that you don't regress.
Very good, very good. So as a personal trainer, how do you feel about the idea when people come to you and their goal is not really good health, but more so I just want to look good. I'm trying to get in this dress. I'm trying to get this 4-pack popping. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like with that just being the basis, but not really looking to change lifestyle, but more so let me get this together real quick for an appearance. Is that something that do you have an opinion on that, or are you just kind of like, well, if that's your goal, that's your goal?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like, look, it's so funny. Like I tell people all the time, I just think everybody just wants to look good naked, you know. So like that's really why everybody does it. People want to look better aesthetically. Like here's the thing, even though use you as an example, right? You said you went to the doctor and that was like your big change, but I'm pretty sure, although that may have been the underlining factor to get the foot in the door to get started, I'm pretty sure you too you've got areas that you want to see improvement and you want this to look this way and da da da. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all, you know, we all want to improve aesthetically, right? You know, you just got to dig a little deeper, because even when people tell me that, I dig a little deeper, because like I don't think that alone will keep you in the gym, because see, it's the thought of looking like this, having this bigger butt or flat stomach or abs or bigger, the thought of that sounds cool. So yeah, that's why I'm in here. But see, you have no idea what it's really going to take to get there. So once you start to get through it, you might be like, you know what? I'm kind of cool with my kangaroo pouch. I'm kind of, you know what, back fat, schmack fat. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. It sounds cool. Like they make a lot of money and da-da. Right. Well, you sign up for them classes, you get in. I know plenty of people that went to law school, stuff like that. It's going to start kicking your behind. You're not burning that midnight oil. You know what? McDonald's hiring. Yeah, so you'll switch it up. So it has to be, that's cool, you know, but it has to be more than that to, you know, keep you in the game, because it's going to get tough, you know.
And I see my boy Paul Graham has joined in. I want to shout him out for implanting in my brain long ago the importance of butt naked season.
Come on.
In the back of my mind,
I like that part.
Yes, I have.
I told you.
Reasons.
Want to look good
and I want to live, but I also live in Florida.
Yeah, the sun be hot.
And it's summer all the time.
Humidity.
And sundress season is a thing.
It is.
Short season is a thing.
Always.
But naked season is a lifestyle. So
come on.
I'm trying to be with the movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is important.
College. That's all I'm gonna say. Apart from college. And now he's doing great things fitness wise. He actually was the first personal trainer that I had group wise. He used to train my dance team.
Yeah.
To get us ready for shows and
That's
stuff.
my guy.
Shout out to him. He's doing big things.
That's my guy.
Well.
D1. That's my guy.
So boom, that's a perfect lead in. Another reason why I wanted the title today, Health is Wealth, because when I was talking to a couple people as they, you know, went along with my journey, it was like, oh, you got a personal trainer now? What's the point? They so expensive. You've been working out before you know what to do. What do you think are the benefits of having a personal trainer? And, you know, when people are saying like, oh, personal training is just too expensive. It's too much. Why y'all charge so much just to show people how to work out?
Well, here's the thing. Like it's people love to talk about, you know, how expensive it is for training and this, that, and the third. You know, I like to push back and say, no, your current lifestyle is expensive. Because if I was to sit down here and itemize and calculate all the money that you spend on fast food, on alcohol, on entertainment, just things that you like to do that most likely leads you to bad choices, or, you know, shopping, you know, treats, coffee, Starbucks, smoking, anything like that, if I calculated all that, these are things that you're spending every day, every week, every month. And they've put you in a position that you're in health-wise.
Mhm.
So if I took me out of the equation and said, this is your training program, throughout the years, I've seen huge numbers, anywhere from $400 to $700 a month or more on these different things. Because if I ask you, well, look, how many times a week do you eat fast food? And I'm not just talking about like Burger King and fast food is simply meals that you don't prepare yourself. So you can grab a salad. It's still fast food, right? So if I calculated that, how much you do, how much alcohol do you drink? How many times do you drink a day? You start to span it out in a week. What's the average cost for a drink or a shot, or you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or you know, you drink coffee, you know, Starbucks, different things like that. Do you smoke? How much is an average pack of cigarettes? These things cost money. So my argument is always, you're spending the money anyway. It's either two choices. You're going to spend this money to keep in the direction that you're going, that you've already expressed to me that you don't like. You don't like the skin that you're in for whatever reason, whether it's aesthetically not appealing to you or health reasons, right? But you're spending money that's put you in that position, or you're going to take a portion. You're going to take a portion of that and invest into your health or a personal trainer so that we can get you to where you want to be. Mm-hmm. Again, in the fastest, safest, and most enjoyable way possible.
Right.
So it's not expensive. You're spending the money anyway. So
you're spending it anyway. And like for me, and I'm going to keep taking it back to me, just long term, had I not made life changes, I would have been spending that money in doctor bills and trying to, you know, rectify and change what I've done, the damage, you know, once it's done. Now I gotta pay it on the back end with
medications and things like that. I've had
surgeries and all kinds of other things, you know. Yeah, I got insurance, but it ain't that good to be in and out the hospital.
Exactly. So that's the other part of it. Not even just like the spending it frivolously on, you know, stuff like that. Now you got diabetes. Like, how much is that medication costing you monthly? Or, you know, and these are a lot of times these are compound ailments, right? Not only you get diabetes, like that can lead to your high blood pressure, cholesterol, you know, heart disease. Like, it's like a gateway. Once you get one, you're open to all of them. So how much bread you gonna spend on that? You know what I mean? No. So my pushback is always, no, that's expensive. Right. Funerals are expensive.
Hello.
Personal trainers, we good. Hello. We affordable.
All right. So we're gonna move into some myths about getting in shape and such.
Okay.
You kind of went into one from a personal standpoint earlier about it's easier to lose weight than it is to gain. You always hear people say the opposite. Are we sure that that's not a myth? I mean, that's not facts. That's really a myth. It's easier to lose the weight than to gain it.
Yeah, because here, people that have that, it's all about your metabolism, right?
Right.
Quick lesson, guys. Your metabolism is just the body's ability to burn calories, right? You can equate it to when you were little kids, teenagers, you know, a lot of times, you know, you can eat whatever, do whatever. You really wasn't packing on the weight like that, even though your dietary habits would suggest otherwise, right? But what happens is you get older, right? You're getting older, your metabolism starts slowing down, but you've had these bad eating habits the whole time. So now that food starts to stick, so you're not able to burn it off as easy, okay? So what we have to do to negate that problem is focus on building lean muscle, right? Because the more muscle you add, the lower body fat you're going to have, because you're actually speeding up your metabolic rate. There's two ways to speed up your metabolism. You can do it, I'm talking fast because it's a lot. So you can either do it through food or building muscle, right? You know, the old school thing, you know, eat 6 small meals every day. You know, that can speed up your metabolism. Truth of the matter is, most folks ain't eating 6 small meals a day. You?
Right. No.
I'm not either, right? People are busy or they don't have a lot of time, stuff like that. So another way to do that in conjunction with a good diet, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be 6 small meals, but build lean muscle. Because the quick science behind it, for every pound of muscle that you add onto your body, on average, you'll burn about 50 calories a day while at rest. And this is at rest. This is why you're doing nothing. We sitting here kicking it, you watching Netflix, whatever you can be burnt. It's creating that afterburn. Okay, so that's what happens. That's how you can speed up your metabolism, which makes it, in my opinion, a little easier for folks with a slower metabolism because you're just speeding it up, right? People that are lean, the metabolism is already high, and I'm trying to add, muscle. You see what I'm saying? So now it makes it a little more difficult. And again, it's actually harder to build. It's easier to burn muscle than body fat, right? So it's a little more tricky when it comes to putting on lean muscle and keeping it.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
Your metabolism is already high.
Break it down that way. There's a science behind it. Because outside looking in, it just looked like I eat these cheeseburgers and I'm 50 pounds.
Right.
I go to the gym for 2 months.
And it's like, Liz, I lost an inch. I lost a pound. What's up, Doc? What is that?
Facts. Okay. So another myth that they were asking about is that whole 80-20 situation where I gotta eat good and work out. I can't just work out. I gotta, how do you feel about that as a personal trainer?
Okay, so I hate the breakdown of the 80% diet, 20% in the gym. Because my philosophy is you put 20% into anything in life, that's a fail.
Okay.
Like, what is that? You put 20% effort in building this podcast? Nope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 100% diet. It's 100% working out. It's 100% cardio. It's maximum effort, y'all. Like, you can't lean so heavily on one side of this thing and this is what's going to get me to where I need to get to. Because again, if you're talking about building, muscle, you have to work out, right? You have to work out because you have to break down muscle fibers. Quick lesson: muscles have to break down first before they can build back up. That's why you're sore after working out. Those are little microscopic tears on your fibers. That's why you're like, ouch, it hurts, right? But after time, with proper rest and nutrition, your muscles are comprised of water and protein. So you need to make sure you're getting a sufficient amount of both of those. This is why they go hand in hand. So, right, I can't just eat clean and not put in the enough time I need to in the gym because it's not going to mesh well. Right. I often equate to any personal training program, successful training program, it's going to be 3 components. That's strength training, implementing principles of muscle confusion, nutrition, and cardio. It's like a 3-legged table. You need all 3 legs. If you take a leg away, what happens to the table? Falls over, right? Exactly. You're leaning. So you need each one of those components to be successful. And it has to be 100% cardio, 100% nutrition, 100% resistance training, not that 80-20 crap. Okay. Period.
So the last myth, and this is a young lady hit me up about, was being a woman and wanting to work out and lift weights and stuff. But if I lift heavy or if I do the whole strength training thing, I'm be out here swole daddy looking.
Not even swole mama, swole daddy. You hear they always equate muscle to men. I don't want to look like a man.
So what's your take on that?
Ladies, that is not a thing. I wish we had all of America tuned in so we could just dispel this one more again for the last time. It's not going to happen, right? Here's why. Short story. I mean, ladies don't have those high levels of testosterone in their body like men do, right? So you can't pack on all that muscle mass as men, as your counterparts. Now, for the women that you do see like that, right? This is because they're taking supplements, human growth hormones, things like that. Oftentimes these ladies are competitors, they're bodybuilders. So they're doing this for a living to get a check and endorsements, different things like that. So they have to take these different supplements to achieve that look aesthetically because they couldn't do it otherwise, right? You just a regular schmegular woman. Right. You're not going to be taking all this, supplements and things like that. So that's nothing that you need to worry about. You're going to lift weights. You lift heavy. Guess what? You're just going to get stronger. So, and you'll have that, you're going to build muscle and you'll have that nice tone, look what you want, but you're not gonna be looking like She-Hulk. Yeah, swole daddy. Not even swole mama, swole daddy.
Take that back to your clients when they ask about both of us. We're not gonna have you out here looking like swole daddy.
Yeah, no swole daddy.
We got you. So I'm gonna do something as I get ready to kind of go into this personal testimony of working with Euphoric Solutions and Development.
Come on.
This is a transparency moment, and I'm really nervous about doing this, but I want to do it just so that I can show you when you put forth the effort and you put in that consistent work. Your body is amazing and it can do amazing things.
Yes.
I started working with Calvin here at the end of November, and today marks my 60-day point. And
60 days.
I did a side-by-side comparison of day one until today, and I'm going to share that with you guys just because I'm hella proud of myself, number one.
Yes.
I've been getting lots of compliments and lots of people asking about, what I'm doing. And since I got him here, I'm going to show you your work as well. See what you're helping me to come up with.
Teamwork. Look at that.
And am I where I want to be? No, but I am well on my way. Like, look at this.
That is great progress.
This is 60 days.
Let's clap that up.
I was very
Let me let my live people see this.
I'm very proud of myself. Like, I've been grinding. I've definitely been grinding. And look at that.
Look at that, y'all.
First of all, look at that ass.
Come on. Period challenge.
Period
challenge.
Come
on. I got you, sis. I need all that energy. Look at that. Drop some fire emojis for that right there.
That is
amazing. Call it what it is.
I feel good.
And you look good, child. Come on.
Again, I had my checkup at the doctor, and my health is getting back to what needs to be. We're in tip-top shape.
That's awesome.
Grinding out here.
Grinding.
And so, the motivation is definitely there. And I appreciate that.
Y'all, let's break this down, though. We just ain't going to skate over this. Look at the arms. The arms done got smaller. You know what I'm saying? We getting rid of the back. Wait, come back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. You know what I'm saying? We got to break this down. We can't, thank you. We can't gloss over this greatness. So the arms have gotten significantly smaller. We getting rid of the broad fat. Y'all see that up on the tippity toppity. Let me break this down for y'all, too. You know what I'm saying? Breaking that down to the stomach. I mean, that's the most significant part. The stomach has gotten significantly smaller. I mean, she said on the way here, see all them beads? She couldn't even fit all the beads on there no more, right? So stomach got smaller. We lost a roll here. And I mean, look, we lost a roll. I like to say we lost a tire. So look, the tire is gone, right? Now we got on the donut. Hey, and that's the little donut. Y'all know about cars. Anyway, so look, thighs have gotten smaller, and look at the fatty McWaddy. It's getting shaped. It's shaped Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Look at that. Bomb. Bomb. Went from the O to the P.
Attention with just walking past, and they're like,
come on.
Okay,
IMESD.
And it feels good.
Don't
it? Really good about
that's great.
About that.
Yes. That up. You gotta honor that. Like that's hard work. And let me tell you, like I said, it was some pushing. Like we up here celebrating, but hey, we transparent. It was a little yelling in there, like get up. I don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying, go. So that's good. For the most part, she's been super consistent, pushing herself and just telling me about it. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you now, I really didn't want to go. But I'm gonna see. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me as long as it ends with, but I went.
Right.
Cool. I'm here for those type stories, So that is amazing. You're doing an amazing job. You're going to continue to be the change that you want to see. I'm happy to be on this journey with you. And I know any trainer watching this, Paul, PG, anybody watching this that is in this industry can attest and agree. We love clients that listen. These are the success stories because we know what we're saying works, right? We know what we're saying works, but if you don't apply it, then it's not going to work. I tell people that all the time. Listen, if you listen to what I'm saying, it's going to work. If you don't, you try to deviate, try to do your own thing. Oh, this a lot. It ain't going to work. or you're just gonna push out the goal line, right? Yeah, like come on, let's just do something that we gonna stick to long term and be great. But that was amazing. I can't wait to put that on my page.
I'm so excited. I was really going back and forth about sharing that. And I said, you know what?
Share it. They see it. They see it anyway.
Facts.
They see it anyway.
Telling me like, okay, Nate, what's happening?
Exactly.
Here?
Show that.
Shout out. So since we already on it, I want to now use this time for you to tell us about Euphoric Solutions and Development. What is it? How can people find you? You know, what are you offering? What's these prices looking like? I know you got different options because I actually work with him virtually.
Yes.
You're located in Orlando, right?
Orlando.
So I'm here in Sarasota, Bradenton area, still getting that work.
No excuse.
Go ahead. Let us know.
Yeah, so the name of the company is Euphoric Solutions and Development. We specialize in, but not limited to, you know, personal training, cardio, boxing, one-on-one life coaching, artist development, and a number of other things. But just on the training aspect, yeah, man, you can follow us on Instagram at Euphoric SD LLC. Or my personal page _ at Calvin White. And, you know, when it comes to like I said, it's a number of services. So you just express to me, you know, what you're trying to do. I'm gonna ask you some questions. What are your goals? Things like that. If you're in Orlando, pull up, you know, I'll do an assessment, you know, a complimentary assessment with you, in which I'll, you know, go over, you know, your goals, health history, things like that. See about your strengths, weaknesses, be paying attention to over underactive muscles, do a full body analysis, circumference measurements, a whole 9 yards. And then, you know, once we're done, we'll go over some programs, whichever one works best for you. We can make that happen. That's if we're in person. Another way, obviously, like Nate said, online, we're offering online services as well, where you'll have a full comprehensive app, a private app that you'll download to your phone. And we'll keep track of all your progress in the app, you know, from your body stats, you know, measurements, weight, body fat percentage, pictures, all that good stuff. I'll have exactly what exercises that you're assigned to do each day that you are going to the gym. So like Monday, Wednesday, if you say, hey, Calvin, I'm going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, well, you'll have everything to do from Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It has video demonstration in it as well. So if you don't know how to perform a particular exercise, you don't have to close out the app, look it up. You can just hit play. It's a 30-second demonstration where you'll know exactly how your form should be. It has a built-in stopwatch in there too. So if I say rest a minute or so after this set or superset or circuit, you hit that. If you're listening to music, it'll go boom. It'll do a little ding right over your music. So you'll know, all right, bro, that's too much chilling. Get back in there, because that's important too. You don't want to rest too much in between exercises. Cardio's in there. You can rate it. How hard was the workout? It's a built-in chat portion in the application as well. So we can go back and forth. It'll send it to my phone just like a text message. And you can actually link it to several devices, MyFitnessPal, in which I'm going to use to track your food, a Fitbit, Apple Watch, all that good stuff. So it's very oh yeah, I'm watching the macros. So I mean, it's super easy, it's fun, but you know, at the end of the day, I put all these things in place because I care. I want to see you reach your desired end, and it's like, look, I mean, we got to do something. It's a new year. We all been quarantining, sitting on our butts. So yeah, quarantine thing going in the wrong direction. Let's be ESD fit. We ain't trying to be quarantine thick. We want to be ESD fit. Y'all saw the difference. Now, quarantine. Yeah. So it's like let's be the change that you want to see. But that's how you can find me, y'all.
Right.
Don't delay. Do it today.
How long have you been doing your personal training?
I have been in the fitness industry for almost 10 years.
Ooh,
almost 10 years.
So he's doing
yeah, I love it, y'all. I love it. You know that cliche saying, like, find something to do that you, what they say, find something to do that you wouldn't doing for free or something like that. Yeah,
work another day in your life.
Facts. That's a thing. So I love it. You know, I wake up every day, start my own, company, and it's my way of giving back, to people. And I truly believe that's one of the big reasons why, I stay blessed. Like I'm literally given the gift of health. I have another client, her daughter, I box with her, and, she expressed to me some things that she has going on with her daughter. She was talking about committing suicide and, how much this has helped her. She's happy. She was like, she comes home and she can't wait for her next boxing lesson and stuff like that. So I was just telling my wife the other day, I was like, yo, that's rewarding. I can't get any more joy out of that. And I was like, I ain't gonna front, because sometimes, you look at it like, all right, cool, I'm about to get this check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we human. I got bills to pay too. But it's kind of like, yo, when like the reason attached to that, it makes me, I'm gonna speak for myself, it makes me want to do so much more, because I know this is bigger. It's bigger than Nino Brown. I always say that. It's bigger than that. It's this is about health. This is mental health. These things help and go such a long way. So I get super excited every new client I get, or hell, I don't care if you've been with me for 1 month or 12 months. They'll tell you I'm giving the same energy. I ain't gonna slack. And I'm gonna make sure you get there. You ain't got no choice. Either do it or get beat up. That's what I say.
I'm trying to tell you, because at the end of the day, I think what helps me to stay going is I have been finding my workouts as therapy sessions. Like,
yes, very.
It feels good. You may be kind of dragging your feet to get in there, but once you do it and you finish, you feel good. You've accomplished something. You got a moment to kind of let off some frustrations and some steam, and it really is therapeutic for real.
It's a stress reliever. You get in there, you get those endorphins. Yeah, you get them moving around. It can reduce it by actually strength training and exercising at least 3 times a week. You can reduce stress and other stress-related ailments up to 40%. Just by being active and choosing to change your lifestyle. So it's so many benefits to deciding to take that next step and just getting started. Personal training, it's not something that you have to get ready for. Like I've had people say, yeah, I got to get ready for you. You don't. You just show up, right? Like when you went to school, you picked your major and you showed up to class.
Right.
It was the teacher's job or the professor's job to show you the lesson, what you need to do to get to this point, right? And it's different every step, right? That's why you go from, freshman to sophomore to junior, to senior. It's the same thing with training. You don't got to know everything, just show up. And we're going to teach you but we're going to see where you at, put you in that position. And as your body changes, your workouts change. You weren't doing the same stuff when you was a senior as you were when you were a freshman, right? Because you got better, right? So it's the same concept. We're going to keep getting better as your body changes.
Very good. All right. Oh, there we have it. So just to, wrap up everything real quick.
Been an hour already?
It's been an hour.
I don't even feel like it. I can talk this stuff all day.
I see you actually passionate about this. So that's
that was water for y'all that missed it in the beginning.
Those of you that just tuning in or tuned in late, we are wrapping up the health and wellness for the month of January. We got Calvin White here with Euphoric Solutions and Development. We talked a little bit about my fitness journey and what I've gone through. If you missed that before and after, my 60 days so far.
Bussin'.
Rewind, watch it again. It will post
fire.
So you can check it. Overall health, guys. Health is wealth. It's not too expensive to get fit. It's you're gonna pay for that somewhere in your life. You might as well be healthy and live. I encourage everybody to live. It helps with your mental space, helps your emotional ability.
Absolutely.
And then you look good. Butt naked season is
come on, Bucky naked.
Get with it. That's our time. It's been another great conversation on As Told by Nay, the podcast. Down there in the banner, you see it. Get my book. Dreamer is available on BarnesandNoble.com. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, As Told by Nay. Stay up to date with all that is As Told by Nay. If you need any information about publishing a book or anything, or you want to rent this studio space, hit me up as well. No Strings Publishing, No Strings Media. She got it all for you right here. Again, thank you so much, Calvin, for
Thank you for
through.
having me.
Hit them up, y'all.
Hit me
Hit
up.
them up. Hit 'em
We got
up.
specials going on
Let's get with
today.
it. Okay, and because I got a homegirl that we'll talk about.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's it. See you right back here next week for another conversation on As Told by Nay, the podcast. Next month we got a whole new theme to bring in February. So meet me back here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's talk about it.
Peace.